Crunch time, coming up big when it counts.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Crunch Time, where we come up big when it counts. I'm Dom with the great men Sauce and Lukey. How you going, gentlemen?
What's happening? Me and Dom were having a nice conversation until Saucy just cut us about mid sentence.
I will just jump in the private chat like we usually do and type certain certain things that just make us laugh every week anyway. So, but you're all well, which is good. You're back this week. We missed you last week. Obviously, you were away.
I was away. Nice little break. Nice little break, which was good.
And Saucy, you recovered. Hobby hangout last week.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Look, I'm still in awe of the turnout and what a day it was. It was unbelievable. And look forward to many more shows to come. And yeah, who knows what the future holds in terms of shows in person in regards to the hobby here in Melbourne, especially our home city. So yeah, I look forward to see what's pops up in the next 12 months. I think there is definitely room for more. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Especially if that's going to be the turnout. Because I unfortunately didn't get to make it down, but it looked really good. Had a bit of FOMO, boys, not going to lie.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we've got a few things on the agenda today. Bit of NFT stuff, a bit of BTC update from Saucy. And I think where we'll start is a article from Lukey that he's seen. Whoop, more jeepers. I'll bring this up.
Put this one up on the socials today. Got to have a little bit of a quick read, nothing too in-depth though, so we're all going to read it here together.
Here he is.
It is Man City announcing they will be the first football team to build a stadium in the Metaverse. This article is from Soccer Bible. Shout out to them.
So they're said to be the first Premier League club to join the Metaverse with news that they have signed a 3-year deal with Sony that will see them build a virtual Etihad stadium. Any of that makes sense to you? Nah, us either. Yeah, whatever. Looks like Metaverse is the future. No avoiding it. So we'll better get on board or risk being left behind. Yeah, all right. So they're just talking a bit of shit. So Ready Player One, it's like that. Pretty much that's what's going to happen. This is pretty funny. Whatever we want it to be while our real bodies veg out in a dark, dingy room somewhere, courtesy of Facebook, who appear to be leading the way in building this episode of Black Mirror. Anyway,
these guys are for it. They're definitely for it.
Yeah, they're definitely for it. Definitely for it. So very interesting.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool. Sure. I don't know if any of you caught the they're doing something similar with NBA. I think the Brooklyn Nets were like the first team to do something similar.
Here it is.
You can get like a 3D view or look at
this is
you can get camera angles that you just can't get on NBA League Pass. So I would assume it would be something similar with the Man City Stadium. You'd be able to access really cool camera angles. Obviously, they're going to have comprehensive coverage. To be able to do the virtual reality stadium, they would have to install a whole bunch of cameras, which I'm guessing that's what they're doing, and then they're going to create this virtual stadium, which I don't know. Is it a thing in the future where people at home watch the game like that instead of with their goggles on, instead of on their 72-inch LED plasma screen or whatever? I don't know
if they get it into real high definition, like 10K 12K stream, like video quality. This is literally exactly what you said, Sauce, on the money. So Nuria Tari, City Football Group's Chief Marketing and Fan Engagement Officer, said the whole point is we could imagine of having a metaverse is you can recreate a game, you could watch the game live, you're a part of the action in a different way through different angles, and you can fill the stadium as much as you want because it's unlimited. It's completely virtual. She then goes on to say, but also you're in control of what you want to be watching at the time. There's not one broadcast point of view. You can look at it through any angle of the stadium. That's the sky, the limit. So it's like us when we go to Avondale, mate. If we want to stand behind the goals, we'll watch it from behind the goals. If we want to go watch it on the wing, we go watch it on the wing. So
Well, I just think it's an amazing thing because you could really essentially it's like watching the game, but with, being at the game but not actually being there. So when you're on
Mm.
TV, you're limited to the panning of that camera or whatever they're showing, right?
correct.
Now, if I want to watch, for instance, a guy behind the ball and his movement off the ball, you can't really do that because you might not be in the shot of the camera. So in essence, this is going to allow you to do that sort of thing. Man, I think this would be absolutely crazy. If this ended up becoming a thing. I mean, how this would be used by other clubs for tactical purposes and so on. I think it would be really, really cool. I'm sure they get all the different camera views already, but the fans would get that sort of experience. When the club's set up and try to plan for an opposition and all the different camera angles, you'd be able to see those sorts of camera angles that they look at, which would be really awesome.
In terms of viewing, sports from home, this would be revolutionary, really. I heard actually a thing today I think it was Gary Vee talking about it, how we went from, the radio, like in his context, he was talking about how people are sort of not welcoming of the change. It's like when they went from going to the games in like the 1940s to radio to TV. This here, not him saying it, this is sort of my thoughts. This could be the next evolution of that, really, and the way we view sports, not being physically there in the stadium.
100%. Well, it gives an opportunity for people that potentially can't afford to go overseas, ever have the opportunity to go watch their team play live. They get that opportunity from their home.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually pretty cool. It's the closest thing that some people may get to, I don't know, touching a player. You know what I'm saying? Like that feel of being at a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you can
yeah,
reach
yeah.
out and high five your favorite player or something like.
Yeah.
It's the closest they can get. The craziest thing that could happen though is that we get so advanced in the way that these things are built that you can actually have all your senses. Like it smells like you're at the game. Just
Fuck.
imagine that shit. Like
Yeah.
that could be 50 years down the track, and
Yeah.
that's how we're experiencing games. Legit. Like, so she predicts that within 5 years, but at least 10, watching a live match on television in the living room will not be the most common way to experience football. The traditional
I can
image
see
of
that.
someone sitting on a sofa watching a screen is something we cannot imagine is going to still be the reality, not even in 10 years, maybe in 5 years' time already. Things move much faster than we think. For many fans, the first contact with football is actually through FIFA, and that's a video game experience. Then they actually enjoy it, and then they come to the real game. We need to be very open-minded about the opportunity this gives for us for future fans. And not for anything, a lot of this is really probably going to involve, and it's something that we can touch on in a future episode, but fan tokens. This is where fan tokens and partnering up with certain crypto agencies and creating a fan token, like a Man City fan token, like
I think they have one from memory.
yeah, they probably do. And it's the same
Yeah,
with
they
like
do.
Alpine with Binance.
Yeah.
Like Binance is creating Alpine F1's fan token. The Australian Open had a fan token created for them.
Okay.
Like it's all literally getting the ball rolling type of thing. Because not for anything, you got to think about it. You're not just going to say, "Oh, we've got a metaverse, and I bought these virtual reality headset and these gloves or whatever the hell you need to put on to enjoy this game."
And you get to do
And
everything.
then I
Yeah.
can just go walk into Etihad Stadium and watch the
Nah,
game. No, you're
doesn't
gonna have to
work like
pay.
that.
Like
Yeah.
they're gonna make money out of it. So
Yeah, of course.
and not for anything, you think about that, it gets more bums on seats because it's unlimited people bums on seats, not just the capacity of Etihad
Capacity
Stadium,
stadium. Yeah.
which is crazy. So
Yeah.
definitely
Wow,
the
it's
future
nuts
of
when you think about
football.
it.
And as Saucy did mention, yes, Brooklyn. I'll quickly just run through this. They're named theirs the Netaverse. Pretty clever by Brooklyn. The Nets put a virtual broadcast of their game out where you could watch it as if you were on the court, and that is truly mind-blowing. Imagine court being able to sit in your living room and watch an NBA game. It's pretty cool, but I understand it. It's a bit glitchy at times. It looks.
Yeah.
I'll play this video here.
This almost looks like 2K.
It looks
It
like
does,
2K.
yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah. Especially this camera angle.
There you go.
It's pretty cool.
But that's
Wow.
always going to be developed into a
I mean,
much
this
more
is
higher
the
quality
Yeah.
very
product.
very
This is early
infant
stages.
stage
Exactly,
of
Yeah.
and not for anything.
development.
That's pretty good for an infant stage. It's pretty good.
Oh
Could be
yeah.
a lot worse.
Yeah.
They also implemented some stuff like this on the All Star weekend as well, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. So that's a bit of an update on that. Next up is one from Saucy. He can give a bit of a backstory to this. He actually went to back himself and he stood his ground on this one. But during the week, Messi 1-of-1 NFT source. Bit of the background on that.
Yeah. So anyone who doesn't follow the Panini NFT market, I think this was on Feb 18th. So about 5 days ago, there was a massive sale on the Panini NFT platform. So the Panini NFT 1-of-1 sticker Messi sold. I'll bring it up so people can see what I'm talking about. So this is from Panini NFT's Twitter account, and they sort of share all big sales and things. So here it is. Here, that's what the person bought. NFT Messi mugshot 1-of-1. $10,000 it cost him. $10,000 through 3.47 ETH. So 10,000 US dollars.
Is this on
Pretty
Ethereum?
crazy. Yeah, it's on Ethereum.
Okay.
3.47 ETH. Well, there wasn't no. Well, it's on the Panini platform, right? So it just said 3.47 ETH
Okay.
worth, but it was $10,000.
Okay.
Pretty crazy if you ask me. And why I wanted to bring this up was obviously Doma. I had a bit of a discussion with some people in a Panini NFT sort of group DM chat that we're in, and sort of going back and forth and just trying to comprehend why this person would choose to spend $10,000 on this, why they would decide that this would be a good play. And I really can't comprehend it. I go into 130 point and I just type in Messi order, and you can get some, here's a jersey patch Messi order out of Immaculate that sold for,
Oh.
2,500.
Mm.
So you're telling me I can essentially buy 4 of these for the price of that one sticker NFT? It's so bizarre that I'm saying sticker NFT. It's not like I can peel something off the back of it and actually stick it on something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? Like, I don't understand. And it just baffled me that, the people, their dispute was, in 2 to 3, 4 years time, that 1-of-1 will be worth more. I'm like, yeah, but in 2 to 3 years time, that $10,000, think about how many times you could have flipped that over to, potentially increase that, instead of being stuck holding something for 2 to 3 years that's worth $10,000. I don't know, just your thoughts, fellas. Like, I don't see the sense in it. I really don't.
Lukey.
I do and I don't. Like, it's a 1-of-1, so and think about it in terms of other NFTs and what other NFTs are worth. I guess $10,000 for an NFT probably isn't that much. Again, it's on the Panini platform and stuff like
Well,
that.
that's massive for the Panini platform. I think that was a record sale.
But I mean, in regards
that.
to other NFTs, like say, even some big Top Shots.
Yeah, I know what you're
What's some
talking
big
about.
Top
Like,
Shots are worth?
yeah, I know. Like the
That's
apes and all the random JPEG images that
10
people are
grand is
flogging off. Yeah,
it's small change compared to some of that stuff. He had his own NFT collection at one stage as well, though, didn't he?
yeah, with Eternity, I believe.
Yeah.
With
So
that platform, which they did something.
It's not really like it's his first one. I guess it'd be like his first licensed one in a PSG kit.
Probably
I'm just trying to make some sense out of it.
PSG, definitely.
Yeah. In terms of would I rather 4 patch autos than the NFT, I'd probably take the 4 patch autos, to be honest. But it depends where this NFT stuff sort of goes. Is there any utility with the Panini platform at the moment?
Yeah, so this was brought into my debate. There's really no utility other than owning it. There is a bit of security. I will say that by having it centralized on the Panini platform, there is probably more security than it being able to be listed on OpenSea and other marketplaces like Looks and Rareable or whatever other ones. There's a whole bunch of them out there now. And I say this because there is a bit of situation going on at the moment where people are literally just screenshotting NFTs, expensive NFTs, and then reminting them and then flogging them off as
you got to
their
be
own.
careful.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought that was going to happen?
Oh yeah, I know, but that's what I say. Like in terms of it being on Panini's platform, they've got control over that. So that there is a bit of that security. But other than that one point that I can say, they're so slow. They're so slow. Like Doma, I was into getting onto the packs. I think I bought 1 or 2 packs, and I did all right about it. I didn't lose money.
But better than
sold
Tops.
it. Better than Tops. Look, the platform itself is better than Tops, so I'm not going to lie. The
Give him
Panini
credit
platform,
there.
credit there. But it's just they're just so slow to add new features, and I just don't believe that this is enough at the forefront for them to add features at a steady enough pace to have more layers to the platform. I don't even know what I'm saying by having more layers, but to just have what it is now, which is essentially a digital gallery. That's all it is, a digital gallery. I don't even know if I can show this gallery off to someone else without having to show them with my phone or taking a screenshot of the image and sending it. Like, can I say, hey, here's my account, Saucy Collectibles. You can check out all the NFTs I've got on the Panini platform. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much, but that's a feature that should be there. You know what I mean? If I'd go around and look and see that, and that's not something that's not there, then I would be even more questioning why the fuck this person spent $10,000 on a one-of-one NFT Messi.
It's just the thing at the moment. It's just the thing. My concern, I'm with you, Source, the time turnaround in terms of updating their platform. I mentioned it. I gave a bit of a cheap shot, like I said to Source, and it was like by the time they even get around to fixing things, Fanatics would have already taken the license because they've bought Tops and they're creating their own thing. And because everything's so centralized there, who's going to want to be collecting Panini NFTs?
Yeah.
Tops have already got, Tops. Fanatics already have an NFT company that they own.
Yeah, Candy.
So,
that's right.
Candy. So, it's interesting on that front. And for the 10 grand, like, would I have bought it? No. What would I have bought instead? Ronaldo patch autos. Not Messi. That's how I would have bought instead, baby. Ronaldo patch autos. Let's go.
I'm with you.
All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Good take on that, boys. All right, Source. Quick update on BTC. It has dropped. I think a bit of it. You can tell me if I'm wrong, Source, but I'm going to have a bit of a punt here because, as we know, crypto is influenced a bit by society these days and things that are happening globally. It is having a bit of a direct impact, like the financial market, to things that are happening. And interesting stat out there: 12% of Bitcoin owners come from Russia. So
really,
yes, so 12% of the owners of Bitcoin based in Russia. So that could also be having a bit of an effect at the moment based on what's happening over there. I could be wrong, Source, but I did read that stat, and I'm putting 2 and 2 together, I think, and it's dropped a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. But Source,
all right,
over to you, man.
Before we move on, I will just bring this up and let people know that you can go buy BGS 8 Lionel Messi Mega Cracks rookie for 6,600 and still afford that immaculate number to 25 patch. So you get a BGS 8 rookie Mega Cracks and you get that immaculate auto Messi for the same price that clown bought the NFT 101. So look, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Without
BTC.
further ado, I'll bring it up. BTC. So here we are. We'll start off at the daily chart. What we're looking at. All right. So at the moment, BTC is at 38,800. About there. Talking US dollars. Always talking real money, as
real money.
Mr. K say. So we'll mark out our levels, like I explained last week. If you watching, marking out the support and resistance levels. So that's our support here. Daily support and daily resistance. So that's our sort of channel that we're in at the moment. Not a bad little channel. Looks like we had a bit of a bounce off that area there, the 36,000 area, and it's moving up. We'll draw in a couple of trend lines to sort of see what's going on. Yeah, maybe could have been a bit like something like that, and it's broken up, come back down. It's testing back the 36,000 and looking to potentially push back up. I'm not 100% sure. To me, it still looks like it's bearish, and we look like we're going to probably still go down. As we see here, the white line, I'll get this white bit here where it rejected, and I'll zoom in so people can see a bit better. It got rejected there, and then it came back up, went back down, came back up, got rejected there, close to the 200 EMA, and now it's come back down to the daily support. I think we're probably going to see something like where BTC goes back up, might go back up to this level again and get rejected. And if it gets rejected a third time at that level, we could probably see BTC dropping, below the daily support if it gets another rejection. So, we might see a bit of a recovery in the next few days. Please keep in mind that I am doing this analysis on a Wednesday, and by the time this launches on a Sunday, I mean, a lot can change in crypto, in 2 days, 2.5 days. But the overall sentiment for me personally, for BTC is bearish. So, people, people were saying that we'll get an 100K BTC. I don't think that's coming anytime soon. I think we're still
it'll come. If it's going to come, it'll just come in November like it does every year when there's a boom in the market, mate. November, just before Christmas, everything just goes to the moon. That's when it'll come.
Yeah. So look, probably if we're looking to go upwards, we need to see a strong break of this trend line that I've drawn here, and then also a break above the 200 EMA, which is this white line there. So if we get a nice break above this, and then it breaks above that with good volume down the bottom here, good volume candles. What does good volume candles look like? Well, as you can see there, that really doesn't look like much. Whereas if you look over here, it's nice, really nice, big candles, big push, a lot of buying power. At the moment, there's not a lot of buying power there. There are a few other things that you can also look at. There are little tips and tricks like understanding how to read certain charts that tell you how much BTC is being kept on exchanges and how much is being moved off exchanges. So obviously when there's more on exchanges, more buying power on the exchange. So there could be a chance that, if BTC moves, that these big whales are looking to push the price up. So, there's all little aspects as well as just the trading. But,
do you think that some of the things happening globally at the moment is affecting its source, or no?
It always affects it because everyone gets fear. Everyone gets sucked into the FUD. But as a technical analysis, and what I do, TA, you don't listen to the outside noise. You sort of just watch what happens on the chart. So for me at the moment, what's happening on the chart is that we had found support at 36,000 around there. We're looking like we're pushing up, but if we do push up and get another rejection, potentially at 40K or 44K again, then we'll most likely come back down. We could be ranging in this area between 44 and 36,000 for a little bit, or we're going to drop from 36,000 down and back down to around 30,000 and test that level again.
For anyone that actually listened last week, a few people actually said that they enjoyed the new format of the show. They enjoyed breaking down crypto and actually learning it, which is pretty cool. A lot of people said they reckon this is going to be important going into the future.
Yeah,
but besides the point, Source actually graphed up XRP last week and said it's going to drop to around 60, 65, around that mark. It potentially might go lower, but he was confident it was going to get to 65, and it got to 66 throughout the week. So it's pretty good analysis, and everything you said that was going to happen happened. So props to you, mate. Well, it is what you do, so don't expect anything less. So
Yeah. So if I was looking at this and I was setting up my charts, I would be, watching BTC over the next sort of few days.
yeah,
We go to a bit of a lower chart, lower time frame, get a bit more data. But I'd probably just be, as I said, I've drawn in this trend line. It's been rejected there twice, so it's been rejected there once, twice. So we'll probably look to go up, and if it gets rejected again, then it's going to come down. And as a trader, that's what you look for. If you find this direct rejection up here, that's a good chance to look for some short opportunities, because as BTC comes down, other coins will get affected. And because the whole market is actually pinned to BTC, when BTC starts moving in one direction, other coins, say BTC might move 3 or 5%, other coins will move, 6, 7, 8, 9%. So there's more opportunity in other coins. So, that's why you follow BTC closely, and then find the volatility in other coins and then look to trade those. Well, that's just what I do personally, but I find that that's one of the key ways to be able to catch larger moves and to make bigger profits. But yeah, ultimately 41, I would be saying 42,000, 41,000 is a key level. 42,000, 43,000 around there. If it gets rejected there, then it's coming back down, as I said. And
beautiful.
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, a lot can
Very
happen
nice.
by the time this comes out, boys. So I'm just gonna pre-warn people that I've done this on a Wednesday. And by Saturday we could, you never know. We might see 30 32,000. Sorry, yeah, 32,000 or something like that.
We're
Um,
definitely not seeing 100K by Saturday. Let's just put it that way.
yeah,
Yeah,
Even
we're
I can
definitely
say
not
that.
seeing 100K.
yeah, 100%. All right, boys, good stuff. Fire or flame to finish off this one. Who's starting it? I know Lukey's got a nice one, so you're
Yeah.
making big sauce. Get him up
Kick
big.
us off, Lukey.
Do you want to kick me off? All right. So, God, how do I even start this? This is a bit of a different one. It's something I haven't. It's something I've been buying a fair bit of over the last few months. More just to hold on to for maybe a little bit of time, just to see what happens with them. But it's a pair of shoes that I got in a raffle thanks to Foot Locker. For anyone that, for some guys that know, I don't usually take L's on raffles recently. I've been winning basically every single one I enter, which is always good. But
What else have you won before you show
Been on a hot
these?
streak, mate.
I got 3
You
pairs of
got
cool
those
greys.
Jordans.
Yeah, I got 3
that's
pairs of
right.
those. I
Yeah,
got 2 pairs of paid and bred ones. What else did I get? I got a pair of Red Thunder 4s. There was one that I lost, but that was because it was like a real limited elite,
okay.
like raffle of some old stock. That was the only one I've missed out on. Everything else I've won. So, yeah, hopefully it continues. But they are the Rick and Morty collab of the Lamello ones. What do they call MB ones or something like that?
Have a
MB
look at that
ones. Yeah.
box. Show us the top of the box.
Look at that.
There we go.
It's very sick looking box. Anyway, I'll open them up. Yeah, these just came in from Foot Locker today, so I was pretty excited to get it. But very impressed with the box. Probably
Awesome.
not a shoe you can wear out, but on the court, if you're wearing them to play in, they're pretty sick. They look really good in person as well. They do look good on the court as well. When LaMelo is wearing
Did you
them,
get your
and he actually-
size?
they are my size. Yeah. I doubt I'll be wearing them though. To be honest, I don't think I could pull them off. For anyone who wants to check it out as well, LaMelo actually had some cool shoes during All-Star weekend as well. He had some purple purple MB ones that I hadn't seen before. I think that was the first time he was he was wearing them. So we'll see if those get released as well.
Very nice. That's changed it up. Saucy.
Yeah, something different. Something different.
Fire or flame? You gonna come and flame someone? Everyone's
No,
been good.
I'm feeling pretty calm this week. I mean, we gave out a double lemon on the
Yeah.
show, so during the week. So I think we've flamed enough people.
Is there anything from Hobby Hangout that you haven't talked about yet?
Yeah. Look. I think I'll just give a fire to just the hobby in general here in Melbourne. Like, I think people may have underestimated, how big it is. And, just personally, people who I know who are friends of mine, family, know that I do this and have known that I've been doing this over the last 2 years and have reached out and now are actually involved in the hobby and are buying cards. So, I knew it had been growing and that there was a big place for it here, in Australia, but, especially in Melbourne. And just to see the turnout, and as I said, I'm still in awe in the event. It was just brilliant. It could have even potentially had been bigger, but I'm not sure if that's something that's on the cards. I don't think it is. I think it's just
rumor
them
on the street.
There we go.
Source. Rumor on the street.
Yeah, what
and
is
this
it?
is not. Listen.
This
Everyone that
confirmed.
listens
is
to
just
this
a
show,
whisper.
everyone that listens to this show knows that we know the organizers. All right, everyone on this show knows. But I'm telling you right now, we have not had any contact with the organizers. We have not spoken about this, but someone else put in a Facebook group that I saw during the week with a nice winky face that we may have round 2 towards the end of this year back in Melbourne Hobby Hangout.
Fuck, that's a while away. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know.
Or in February.
I know. But I'm just saying we could get 2 of these a year, and in between, there could be some fire coming.
There could be some fire coming in between. Just look out, ladies and gentlemen.
Just look
That's
out.
what we'll say.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Saucy's propped up Hobby Hangout, so my fire was going to be that, but there's someone else. There's someone else. It's a person that is getting a fire. Lukey, he's not going to believe this when I actually give this as a fire. It's usually a flame. Usually a flame on this show in particular. Right? This show in particular on Crunch Time. And you know where Crunch Time branches out to? It branches out to soccer parties. So just think about it. I'm giving it to the great man because I said to Sauce, when he scored for United, I actually jumped off my seat and started yelling, Alfredo.
Oh,
this
no.
man is the
Get out of here. Oh, my God.
He's come back from the depths of the bottom of the pool of talent at United, and he's got us back in front against Leeds.
He was
what a
past
man.
the depth. He was past the depth.
Here he is.
Here he is, Alfredo.
Alfredo,
mate.
we love you.
I've missed him.
Lukey
missed him.
especially. If you got any Black Prism Alfredo, send them Lukey's way. Gold Alfredos. Any parallel you can think. I might even start PCing him just to piss you off. So
I'd respect it.
So Alfredo, a fire for you.
Too funny. That's too
a fire
funny.
episode. Great way to end it off, boys. That has been another episode of Crunch Time coming up big when it counts. I'm Dom with the great men Sauce and Lukey. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crunch Time on the Double Coverage Media Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to know when we drop a new episode. Also, feel free to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Crunch Time, coming up big when it counts.